He's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The Bearcats want to move quickly.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Got it behind the line. It's Cherry.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Jamison. Makes his connection. Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Bearcats! What a catch and run for 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Boise State Broncos offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a great matchup we have of 2 highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These 2 running backs seem to get better as the game. Defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's
ball in the air, intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Here's the handoff. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The DBs will back off a bit. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Right back to the well. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets away from one. He's got space. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down to start the drive after the break.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
To the air, it's Jamison. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Motion from the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And it's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. A 53-yard scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State ready to send out that offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Broncos!
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over Toledo. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Bearcats in the hurry up.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
To the ground, he's got it again. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll keep it himself. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Using the quick game. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Broncos are on the move. Now they're going to throw it. Looking down the middle. It's caught. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. It's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being a... And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Keep it on the ground. Discards a man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. After picking up the first down, they still have to move quickly here. They want to run this quarterback. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, going up top. He's got it. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Black 24.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Cincinnati. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Touchdown, Boise State! They take the lead with the 6. His third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The sure hands, it's Marshall. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Going to the running game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
On the option. He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to them, He can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over Toledo. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the returner is stopped. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Looking for a man, it's Jamison. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos. And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got...
On the ball.
together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way. They could. Touchdown, Bearcats! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State ready to send out that offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Leaves it with the back. Just steamrolling the defense. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Now adjusting. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll pull it on the read. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And the returner goes down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
He'll do it himself. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Bearcats will have it first and 10.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. The Bearcats have moved it inside the 20. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Up-tempo for the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Give to the back. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Power football with the run. Finds a little bit of room as he'll... The 6.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cherry. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Bearcats will hustle to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Jamison. Lets it fly. Makes a connection. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Comes out throwing on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Stopped after making the catch. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Working on the right. Touchdown Bearcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Coming out on 2nd down, trying to put this one away. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. The give and tick, 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 tick. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10.
6-9-1, Gators far. Come on, set. Ready.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Broncos! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Pocket starts to collapse. Lost the defense, he's wide open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Pressure coming. And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on 4th down. The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the 4th quarter. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Jamison. It's complete to the right. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Into the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown. So hold. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Broncos hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, first and goal. Makes the grab on the left. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast, so there was nowhere to go in the end zone there, that time having to check it down. A nice job by the defense rallying and making a tackle.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? He's looking to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Jamison. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Getting some heat. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.